It's Tuesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Get in the building. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine. So I've just posted you guys fighting over food on Instagram.
Can I even cover our shit?
What was your banter? The one you came home with?
Exactly.
My banter is ranting.
What happened? What the governor Abiodun do to you today?
Again.
I know. I'm not even blaming the governor again.
Okay.
I'm blaming the people that the contractors must be the ones that have chopped the money. I don't think it's the governor. The governor has given them money, but contractor now don't chop the money. Say the money don't finish.
Ew.
That's what he said.
I don't know when they are not doing the road
They
again.
give them installments.
I'm assuming that is what has happened. But my own rant for today is NEPA. Joe. You see, last like for 2 weeks we didn't have lights in Shrine, so we're buying diesel.
Back to back.
They still brought bill 2.1 million. That one not finished. On Sunday, they say there was an explosion. And we had the ones that we buy cable
For the explosion that happened.
for the explosion that happened. If we don't buy cable, we won't have light. 408,000.
Jesus.
But next should look into this.
They should look
This is not how businesses are run. I don't use your resources to make profit and still give
You want to stifle everybody.
No.
But-
Next should
So
look into this.
we will pay them electricity bill. We will still repair
Buy their
anything.
resources. Those cables are not your property.
When transformers fault, it costs over 1 point something, I be 2 million to repair the transformer.
Sorry, YK.
Sorry.
Just a reminder, because I know you're not in our generation. It's no more called NEPA. It's called discos. Just in case you.
We never remember that.
YK doesn't remember.
Because remember, I never
still
expect
calling
power
NEPA.
always. We are still not expecting power.
No, but really, I've been driving through some really remote areas and I've seen electricity. It's not players. I have me. At night, I was surprised. Places where
Which remote area
areas?
you go? Exactly. Yes,
Remote
sir.
area.
Ask out.
How are you doing?
I will make you talk finish.
She don't finish, yo.
I swear, I don't remember my
Which
banter.
remote area you pass?
It's been a busy morning. I
How you
don't know
doing?
what my banter was.
Don't
Yes,
talk
right,
rice, forget.
this morning, don't forget.
No surprise. How you doing?
Morning. I left stew on the fire. Came to work. And so when I called my husband, he's on leave. Guys, I shouting. I said, you know when the woman is on her period, he said,
I'm on my period.
I know my period.
Are you serious? Imagine.
Hey, yeah.
That wasn't my banter, but as we don't remember,
I'm about to join
serious
you.
matter we want to
I'm about to join you because my help is leaving after 7 years.
Okay.
She's leaving in December,
for a
first week of December she's done. And I'm not getting somebody else. I really want to find
Do
a way
you
to
have
get a
time?
reason. We'll find a reason.
when your kids are growing.
I really
At
think,
this age,
yeah.
The
Yes, house chores. Yes, so I'm really thinking of focusing. Let us.
It's not about house chores, though. It's about when I come back, I need to send somebody a message to lift my shoe and bring my purse and do
that.
this.
Now that we are relocating,
Yeah.
I don't even know how I'm going to do it. Going to TV.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
yeah.
We'll
I
see
don't
how that
know.
goes. But how are you doing, Obeji?
I'm doing
I've put it in
well.
prayer that we will not relocate now.
No, don't do that.
Don't know about prayer.
Please don't do that.
Reject it.
We reject it, though. We are going.
I love what you're wearing. Actually,
Thank
it's House
you.
of BC.
No, it's not. It's not.
This is beautiful.
It's not. Thank you.
How you doing?
Thank you.
I don't know, is it because you are a lucky babe?
I don't understand. From Malabo,
Eh,
my
let's-
days of
let's
Alagbado,
drop that subject.
my days from
It's still top
Alagbado, where
secret.
were
Let's
you?
just drop that matter.
My
Let's move
days
on.
of Alagbado, where were you? Please.
How are you doing?
Yes.
Where was I? I was here. I was here.
From Alagbole.
Not
We're
Thursday.
still,
Now, why are you guys laughing so much like this?
My teenagers course is still ongoing.
Okay.
Yes, if you have not registered or bought the course for your kids, it's time to do that. I'm also doing short videos, short clips, talking about some of the things, conversations you can begin to have with your teenagers as a parent, and I'm posting them on my page, The Waker, on my page there, so you can see them and get inspiration. But the course is for the children to be able to have that connect with you and their peers as well, and every other thing that we're going to be teaching in the course, you can get that. The book will be coming out soon for the parents, so we're going to be working together to see how we can, benefit each other and our teenagers as well.
Your book, right?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations. When is it coming out?
Thank you. End of this month.
Oh,
Yes,
that was like next week.
It's in printing already.
Oh, fantastic. We're doing a nice launch.
No, I don't have time for that. Sorry.
We need a nice thing.
No,
to
I'm just putting
remember.
it. Just be buying online. I can't.
love it.
Really, I have a lot on my. I can't be doing.
So can we interview you though on the book? So you can bring yours. You're just
why not?
congratulations.
Thank
Well
you.
done. Well
Thank
done.
you so much.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Don't forget that I wrote the forward. Just in case.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I mean, you forgot that important.
By MD.
Important information.
I will show
I wrote
them.
the forward.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on a short break now. When When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the paper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. Very important information. YK has a nylon bag of puff puff.
Yes, she's hiding it somewhere there.
Hiding it. And please, because it was us that was doing that, YK told Nigeria YK is puff puff. Please focus on your newspapers.
Yes. Go to my Instagram page. You will see them.
Let's start with the nation, as we usually do. Presidency Obasanjo unfit to give leadership sermon. Reform bills will streamline taxes. Earlier, OK, 75,000 naira minimum wage for Benue workers. Federal government targets 34.8 trillion naira revenue in 2025 appropriation bill. Tinubu's economic reforms have cleared the way for foreign investors. Don't do estimated billion. NERC warns discos. Okpebolo signs revised 486 billion naira budget. Okay, which story?
Okay, I have.
Go ahead. Major headline. So, former President Olusegun Obasanjo has no moral authority or competence to sermonize on good governance and effective leadership. This was said by the presidency yesterday. In a reaction to what Obasanjo had said at the weekend, presidential spokesperson Bayo Nanuga highlighted the misdeeds in Obasanjo's years as military leader and president, saying that he has taken the self-righteousness too far. So, delivering a keynote address at the weekend at Chinua Achebe Leadership Forum, Yale University, New Haven in Connecticut, United States, the former president said the country's pervasive corruption and all other forms of iniquity confirm Nigeria's failing state status under President Bwala Ahmed Tinubu. He said, and I quote, "The failing state status of Nigeria is confirmed and glaringly indicated and manifested for every honest person to see through the consequences of our pervasive corruption, mediocrity, immorality, misconduct, mismanagement, perversion, injustice, incompetence, and all other forms of iniquity." So he said this in the lecture titled Leadership Failure and State Capture in Nigeria. But then the presidency has replied saying that Obasanjo has a penchant for criticizing all successors. Everybody just got it wrong except him. And he said it's ironic that Obasanjo used the platform of Chinua Achebe's lecture to castigate the country and his government, whereas Achebe himself rejected the national honor bestowed on him in 2004 by the Obasanjo administration. And it says, Nigerians' condition today under your watch is too dangerous for silence. I must register my disappointment and protest by declining to accept the high honor awarded me in 2004. That's when Chinua Achebe rejected Obasanjo's own award. So he says that Obasanjo lacks the moral authority to give remarks like this because he did not do any better. They went ahead to talk about what happened during his own time: illegality, assault on constitution, failed economic policies, neglect of critical infrastructure, abuse of office, and many, many other things, lack of integrity. And so he should step away and allow President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration do what they know how to do best and give us time to be able to do it better.
I have a lot of comments
to say on that, Abi.
Just remain.
You reserve your comments. Okay, let me talk about the taxes. So many of you know that there was a tax reform. The House of Representatives yesterday formally began an interactive session on tax reform bills with Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform just Chairman Mr. Taiwo Oyedele. He's the president of that Presidential Tax Reform Committee. And he was, so the idea was that when he had proposed these 4 bills, Many of us have already discussed this over the weeks, in the past weeks, where one of which was objected by the northern leaders concerning how they plan to distribute the VATs. They also plan to adjust some of the FRSC bills and all that. So the governors, when having a meeting at the NEC meeting, rejected quite a bit of the 4 tax reform bills that was proposed. However, the presidency said, let this thing follow the proper legislative process. Let it go to National Assembly. Let there be a conversation around it. So the conversation officially started yesterday, where Mr. Oyedele himself said that the presidency has interfaced with all shades of Nigerians. He spoke to everybody and added that the committee received submissions from 36 states of the Federation and the FCT. Speaking specifically about the VAT resources, the committee chairman said currently under Section 40 of the VAT Act law, VAT revenue is allocated 15% to federal government, 50% to state and FCT, and 35% to local government. He said the current law, for example, requires that MTN makes its VAT return from its head office in Lagos, but what we are proposing is that such a return should be made based on the location where the calls were made. That will allow smooth computation of the derivation. It's quite debatable, but it's a conversation they're having in National Assembly. We'll see how that goes.
So I have the appropriation story. So the federal government, as we're aware, is proposing an almost 50 trillion budget, and they're looking to raise 34.8 trillion of that revenue. They did a breakdown of how at the MTEF and FCP, that's the medium-term fiscal framework and the fiscal strategy paper presentation, 2025 to 2027, the federal government at FEC decided how this money will be raised. They are looking to get, of course, this will raise our debt servicing, but they are also looking at how internally they will generate this revenue. So the federal government is targeting 19.6 trillion and 5.7 trillion from oil and non-oil taxes, respectively. They are looking at 2.87 trillion from government-owned enterprises. They're also looking at 3.6 trillion from independent revenue sources and 4.8 trillion from other sources. Also, they are looking at what this 47.9 trillion expenditure goal of the government would look like. They said they are looking at 4.2 trillion for non-debt recurrent expenditure. They are looking at 16.4 trillion for aggregate capital expenditure, 15.38 trillion for debt service, and 2 trillion for other expenditure. So with this, we will borrow, but they are saying it will be a last resort. They are looking at removing some, they've already removed the petroleum subsidy. They are looking at reducing tax waivers. They are looking at increasing oil production, and these are expected to make things easier over the years. Also, borrowing will be a last resort according to them. MDAs will ramp up MDAs in generating revenue. I hope that they stay as they say, because 15-point-something trillion.
I want to take the NEPA story. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has warned electricity. They have warned the discos and told them not to forcefully migrate customers with faulty meters to estimated billing. They said that they are warning the discos that they owe the obligation to replace old meters. Tell them, because you are just telling them you are not acting. Anyway, so because some customers have complained that they are being forced, and that it's they feel that the discos are doing it to trick them or make them use estimated billing. A particular lady, Cecilia Nwadie, said that several attempts to load her energy token in the last 2 days has been futile, so she has been living in darkness.
Ew.
Can you imagine? So she has tried. The other one, another customer said they have even told him that you are going to get estimated billing. Like he tried.
We have to make that in the hot topic.
I have someone who has had to pay 20,000. That one I know him personally. In our area, he paid 20,000 to get that meter, so that no.
Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
my 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. I choose to close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start it.
Moving on now to Punch. Let's find a story of not taken. Default 36 states, FCT shown the 263 billionaire UBEC grants. FG plans fresh 31 trillion naira borrowing. Trump plans U.S. military for mass deportation. Plan takeover, Makinde Adeleke knock Danganduji over threat. And Ondopo Aidatiwa gets certificates of return Wednesday amid protest.
Who's taking the essay?
No, I took Donald. Luggage delay to attract $170 and 10,000 naira fine, says NCA. Let me start with Donald Trump because the president-elect in America is doing things already. He has planned to declare a national emergency on border security and utilize the U.S. military forces for a mass deportation for undocumented immigrants. So he is saying, according to social media, there was a platform called Truth Social. Trump amplified a recent post by a conservative activist who said, be prepared to declare, the president-elect was prepared to declare a national emergency and will use military forces to reverse the Biden invasion through a mass deportation program. And then Trump replied that tweet saying, true, as reported by the AFP, saying that Trump is in agreement that Biden had caused an invasion of migrants and he's going to do a mass deportation We'll see how that goes.
Okay. So NCA, that's the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, have started a road show. This is to raise awareness of Nigerians about their rights on flying within and outside Nigeria. So they will start to impose fines on airlines when a passenger's baggage does not land with them. If you land in a country, in this country, and they did not see your baggage immediately, it's $170 for international airlines and $10,000 for local airlines. Also, it increases when, for different kinds of flights when you're flying outside. It said that passengers will start to have claims up to $1,000 for missing luggages on domestic flights, as well as $1,288 for special drawing rights for international flights. This one is over welcome. They now checked on the
July.
Said Nigerians do not know that most of the time they find that. So they have launched a website where you can put your complaints if you don't want to do a lawyer service and get your compensation. You are entitled to it the moment you land and your baggage did not land with you. They said Air France is leading in front with missing luggages of Nigerians with about 2,000 plus luggages. It's no surprise. Funnily, I'm in court with them. Matter is today. And they gave it like that. KLM is the next, Egypt Air, British Air. They follow themselves, that. But you see these Qatari people, they are very diligent. Them and Rwanda Air, they don't usually throw people's luggages anyhow. The airpiece is number 49, is the lowest. Airpiece lands with your luggage. That's us.
Yes, so we try.
So we don't do that.
Daily Sun. Presidency hits back. You have a story?
Yes, so I have that Governor Makinde and Adeleke have told Ganduje that his utterances are dangerous because he made a statement saying that after the win in Ondo State, they are going to take over the whole Southwest. APC is going to take over the whole Southwest.
Correct, sharp.
He said, please, there's no space for you here. Adeleke specifically said that these are dangerous utterances that will make democracy unstable.
Daily Sun, presidency hits back at passenger. We took that story. 34 states at the FCT yet to access the 2024 UBE matching grant. That says UBEC. Bloody day in Anambra. Zenith Bank's fourth tech fair holds on Thursday. And Nigeria's foreign debt servicing soars to 3.8 trillion in 8 months. Who has
the Executive Secretary, Universal Basic Education Commission, Hamid Boboyi, says 34 states and the Federal Capital Territory have yet to access the 263 billion Universal Basic Education matching grants for 2024. He said this in Abuja yesterday during an oversight function of the Senate Committee on Education. That's a basic and secondary school education. And he said Katsina and Kaduna states were the two states that had so far accessed the 2024 first and second quarter of their matching grants. They went ahead to give details of assessed matching grants from 2020 to 2024, and he explained that unassessed UBA grants have posed challenges for basic and junior secondary education. For the 2022 UBE matching grants, 34 states and FCT have assessed 2020 matching grants. 2 states, Abia and Ogun, have not even accessed the one of 2020. For 2021 matching grant, 33 states and the FCT have accessed, while Abia, Imo, and Ogun have not even accessed it at all. 2022, 29 states and FCT have assessed it. Abia, Adamawa, Anambra, Ebonyi, Imo, Ogun, and Oyo are yet to access it. For 2023, 25 states have assessed the first to fourth quarter matching grants. And, just gave all of this. And I know that this is something that Mariah is very concerned about. We need to prioritize our basic education, primary and secondary school. Now, they say we are going to give you something to make your education better, but you have to also raise your own. And people are just sitting down. So how are you looking at your education? You don't care.
Moving on, any other story? I think I had a story. Anambra, according to the report by Emmanuel Uzo in Oka, he said in what looked like a violent return of hostilities, gunmen enforcing the Monday sit-at-home order have killed 4 persons in Ukpo and Abetete communities in Anambra State. Daily Sun reports that the early morning attack on Arthur Eze community also left no fewer than 7 persons injured while in an SUV. The attack occurred a few meters from the Zone 13 of the Niger Police Force Zonal Headquarters in Ukpo local government area of Anambra State. Monday attack signaled the resurgence of the sit-at-home that many have actually feared and was actually quiet for weeks after Governor Chukwuma Soludo had declared an end to the sit-at-home by officially embarking on campaign against the exercise in the commercial city of Onitsha. But yesterday's attack was quite worrisome, and it occurred.
So there was one in Ebonyi as well, going around. There was one in Abia over the weekend.
And they said the sit-at-home, it has been very minimal now.
Yeah.
You know, so it caught people by surprise. Everyone ran in, you know.
Vanguard. Let's see, find a story. Sit-at-home, okay, I took that story. Nigeria must address 6% tax to GDP ratio, says Speaker Abbas. Dangote refinery $6 billion to import crude. Rethink reform strategies. IMF advises Nigeria and Ghana. Zenith Bank unveils Zenith Tech Fair. Ondo Guba, why PDP lost, recorded worst outing since 1999. World War III looms as Russia vows to respond if Ukraine uses its long-range missiles. And presidential spokesman says Daniel Bwala. Let me talk about this matter.
I wanted to take
Moscow yesterday. Okay. It must be very, very, very...
Moscow.
I don't know which part of the world they are.
Moscow. She trained in America.
Moscow.
Moscow.
Moscow warned of an appropriate response if Ukraine fires Western-supplied long-range missiles. Hey, because Russia is US is supporting Ukraine. But go ahead, I'll support you. Go ahead. The skills used, according to this report, against that they would appropriately respond if the US. Let me take this again. The US President Joe Biden has been giving Kyiv permission to use such attacks. So Kyiv's use of long-range missiles to attack our territory, according to the president, according to Putin, would represent the direct involvement of the United States and its satellites and hostilities against Russia, as well as the radical range, in essence, and the nature of the conflict. Russia's response in such a case would be appropriate and may cause a World War III. Please,
okay, well, I have Dangote.
They are just using us to be selling their gun.
Hey, World War III.
Please, I
still have my child and my grandchildren abroad. Please, I beg.
No, UK is not in the war.
They will be in the war. They are NATO
everybody
now.
went out.
They should not step out of NATO.
Allies.
Well, Dangote, the one that hits us at home, is looking to go and collect
before the war
loans. Before war.
You
won't go secure billions of dollars for crude oil importation.
Dangote.
You want to go and secure dollars.
Why?
And he's looking, one of the financing companies is looking at the African Finance Corporation.
Why?
I'm telling you, in fact, this entire me. According to the Financial Times, he's looking at getting this money. Then this Knightsbridge Strategic Group, KSG, is looking at how this is going to provide geopolitical whatever. For the English is annoying me because I don't understand.
Don't we have enough crude?
They say their capacity is 650,000 barrels per day, and so they need more. And I'm wondering.
So we don't have enough? Is that what you're saying?
We have now.
So why are they not giving him?
He said he wants to go and collect.
What that's even surprising is they say once he reaches full capacity, it will mean long-term reduction
for us. And the one way we just come out, that's not the one way we borrow before. We have not come out of it. You're already buying at over 1,000 naira. And then you're saying you want to go and borrow more that to come out us in this poverty. In fact, this is...
They're playing with us.
God cannot bless us.
Said it just now. The more you see, the less you see.
The more you look,
the less you see.
We actually need more clarity, and I think we need a breakdown of this because we're tired of this.
No, I don't want experts. So if Dangote himself will come and sit here and break it down.
Producer should bring Dangote, please.
Come and tell us.
Please, Dangote.
So we need to quiz him.
Asking for questions. Any other story in Vanguard? How many minutes do we have? Okay, let's find a story. Trivial. Let's find a story we've not taken. Air Force destroyed bandits, kingpin, resident arms depot in Sokoto. No, in Shiroro. I have replaced Gajuri Ngalali as presidential spokesman Bwala. Council of Elders facilitates with Tribune at 75. I think we're taking most of the stories here.
Yes, we have.
Except the NAF, the Nigerian Air Force.
You have that story?
They said they have destroyed the residence of the kingpin. He's in Shiruru. They said he's a direct. His Oga is that other one. What's his name? Oh gosh, I have to. Malam Saleh. His name is Malam Saleh, and he's a loyalist of Dogo Gide. I've heard Utitoju speak about Gide Gon. So he says they just attack them, all the motorcycles, everything.
Okay, Mr. Toju spokesperson on your view.
So.
Yeah,
Yes, so no.
I always watch
your
journalist
reference.
hangouts.
He watches him.
Yes, I'm happy to do that. That's fantastic. Let's go on a short break, and that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jammies. Also,
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
at this point, I contest my jammies.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take.
I choose to
Ejeki, close the show, Yi Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked.
You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see some sports.
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's get talk.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. TVC Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TV.
Thanks for staying with us. So 4 days ago, the president had appointed Mr. Bwala as the special advisor on media and public communication. However, there was a press release yesterday saying that he's now the special advisor to the president on policy communication. Either way, there's been quite a bit of uproar since his appointment 4 days ago. And he has interestingly been on TV stations in recent times to try to defend his position. But on your view, the angle we like to discuss it is, what are the lessons we can learn from this appointment? Because it has raised quite a lot of concerns from Nigerians across board, given the antecedents of this man from different parties, his position against the president, in support of the president, in both ways. And they're wondering, how credible is this person? And they're also wondering how members of the president's party feel about this appointment. So there's so many angles to this conversation. What are your thoughts on this? I'd like us to discuss it, but you can join the conversation on 081 0764 1679 090241 63440. You can also send us messages on YouTube and on X. We'll be happy to read them. Ladies, you know, there's a saying that we all know. It says, keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Yeah. And when you see these kinds of appointments, you're wondering, is this what our president is thinking? By saying, let me keep my friends close, but those people that hate me, let me bring them closer. However, how does it make those who are the friends, how does it make them feel? And what benefits do you think he saw to get from an appointment of this man? And going by also his capacity, because he's quite eloquent, he's able to effectively articulate the position of the president. So I see that, seeing him speak. He speaks very well. He's a lawyer. So, yeah, he's a lawyer. He speaks real. So looking at his capacity, we see there's no question. But in his person, do you think it was a right appointment? And how do you think that people can receive this man being a spokesperson? Although now they told us he's now the publicity, he's now special advisor for policy communication. I'm not even sure what that means, but we figured that out. YK, you're going to say something? Let me start with Nima. Nima, go ahead.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this appointment?
Now, I'm not a favorite of Daniel Bwala for a lot of reasons. He's not my favorite, that kind of thing. And this is not for me any way rewarding. We knew those who stuck their neck out for the president during campaigns. It was really, really very brutal campaigns where people were dragged, as long as they were dragging the president for his age, for a lot of other things. These spokespersons were dragged. They worked hard. There was this Jesus somebody, there was this other name from Delta State, who was constantly battered on X for the president. And who were those behind it? The Bwalas. And I don't see that person in any capacity being appointed now. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe they've been compensated, but I don't think so. And then I see a Bwala come on the Tribune this morning and say that he has replaced Ajuri. We knew how Ajuri started the campaign work from before President Buhari left office. True. You know, I'm a person for rewards. If you share me, that's what I think.
But there's also that part of competence where I remember the president said, during his inaugural speech, he said he welcomes everybody. He was saying that everybody is inviting all the opposition, everybody, even with just to come and let us join hands together. Now, many presidents say this during their opening addresses, but they don't really mean it. People don't expect them to actually engage. They just say it because the right
argument of competence.
Okay, so let me come to YK. What are your thoughts?
Well, you see, my own problem is this politics of, if I do scratch my back, I scratch your back. If I campaign for a president to be, I'm not campaigning because I want a reward. I want good governance. So I will campaign for you. I will do everything in my power so that you win. And if you come to power and you do not do what I campaigned for, I will be the first to attack you. That, oh God, this is not what me and you said. I don't want your position. I don't want anything. I want good governance. And that is the problem of Nigeria. All these people that were campaigning for Tinubu in those days, they wanted position. That is why that one, I don't know his name, has made a video saying Jesus is the person that is going to save his life. What do you concern Jesus? I beg, what is the business of Jesus inside this matter?
Okay, let me try to.
I don't know the man.
I don't know him either. But the point,
I've never even heard of him.
His name is.
He has Jesus in his name.
Jesus Tega or Nakos.
See, that guy was dragged battered, and we are not yet in the politics of what you're talking about, where people have ideologies. Because if that's the argument, what if Bwala they fight for this president?
What is his ideology?
What if you find rich there, where you go they snap photo for Aso Rock? They said, how did you shake something to that place?
So what he said, because I watched an interview he conducted, and I didn't want to lose my train of thought, but why made me lose it? But to address what you said, he said, because I saw an interview, said that he's a PDP member, and he was 100% with PDP with Atiku. Okay. However, after the Supreme Court's judgment that said Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has won, as a patriot, somebody who wants to be part of Nigeria, he just realized that, okay, it's time for me to go and align with the person who's
that's Bwala speaking.
That's Bwala speaking. Okay. So that is the own perspective. But let me come to your own thoughts, BC. I'll come back to you, YK.
So, I want to agree with Nima on this. Our democracy and our politics is still evolving, and we have not gotten to that point where we stand out with our ideologies. Or every political party, they cook the same soup. Except the only ideology I'm seeing now is even LP. They are trying their best to...
Even their people, their government.
Wait now. They are trying their best to separate themselves. That's the only one I see. But every other political party is the same thing. They are cooking the same soup. They are eating the same food. They all have the same, get there, and whatever we can do, if we cannot do, is fine, right? So we have not gotten to that point where we can handpick and say, okay, I know that Morayo did not like me initially, but Morayo has capacity to do this work, and I'm going to leave all the people that supported me and pick a Morayo. But I also want to understand where the presidency is coming from. He has always been someone who has this open door policy where he could work with anybody. Once he notices that you have the capacity to do something, he will put you there. From his time as Lagos State governor till date, he's always opened his doors to work with different people. But now what happens is the people who now stuck their neck out, who did whatever it took to put him in, or ensure that he got into position, will not be feeling left behind, will not be feeling a sort of pain that I could have used this energy for something else or for somebody else. So I'm trying to understand.
Because some of these people would also have capacity.
Yes, they do.
Even more capacity. Now, the problem
is me, not competence.
The point is that,
so they are wondering what's going on.
Trying to understand where the presidency might be coming from. Say, okay, you have capacity, you have capacity. You supported me, you do not support me. Now, if I bring you, because you might be a nobody really knows your name, right? Because you're just very competent. You came from where University of Lagos.
You supported me.
Yeah, you supported me. But you are very controversial. Your name in itself is controversy. You are from a different party. Let me bring you on to be my spokesman. I'm just trying to understand, because for people have been looking at it from a PR angle.
So this is it. It's a reward thing for me.
Okay.
When the world was knocking you, when the Bwalas of this world were busy knocking down the president, some people were sticking their neck, collecting
the blow.
Now, Bwala is now more popular. You cannot now stick neck
for your those people. Yeah, exactly. It hurts.
There's no way I'm seeing it. There's only one way I'm seeing it. When our politics ripens to where
we have standing ideology.
I will ask Bwala what is ideology.
Excuse me.
But right now,
obviously, to me,
ideology.
Obviously, to me, Bwala strikes me as a person that doesn't have integrity.
He doesn't.
Many people said so.
But, excuse me, let me finish. But, obviously, the president has seen that this person that doesn't have integrity is who I can work with. Good for him. Good for that. That's who you that you said you are fighting for the president. They were knocking your head. When you were knocking your head, did you believe in the president, or it was your own personal pocket?
Right here.
That you were knocking off.
And if you do not believe, you will not collect knock. Those guys.
So why you say I'm right now?
See, there was a video.
Not get
There
reward.
was a
No,
video.
why
that means you are collecting the law.
No.
Because you want reward.
Yes.
So everybody is fighting for themselves.
No.
I haven't finished. Everybody is fighting for themselves. They are not fighting for the country. They are not fighting for the betterment of the country. They are fighting for their pockets and their own personal aggrandizements.
Can we close this argument by agreeing?
I think
you are correct.
I think it's unfair
to
say that.
No, she's
Let's
correct.
close the argument that you are correct.
It's correct.
But where we dey right now, na belle worry. You earn where you put your mouth. You put your money where your mouth is. I know you saw that.
Yes, so
you earn where that place you put your mouth.
Yes.
When it's not time to put your money, now shift your mouth, go sides.
Go find work.
Cannot eat. See, Auntie, it was a very bloody, very brutal campaigns. I remember videos of these same people, some members in cabinet today, who were looking at the president, who were doing mockery videos. And then tomorrow they are in the inner caucus. I'm wondering, what can far? How did we get here? Because the other people are now discouraged. There's another campaign, though. You know, say we go still run second term.
Yes, sir.
These same people, these people with their mouth in two places. That was how other President Buhari did. One of his cabinet members, audio leak. He was already in cabinet as a minister, and audio leak of him talking badly about the person that was his principal.
This is where I want to address
people who believe enough. Don't worry, I'll remind you behind this. People who believe enough to stake the courses. They were cursing them, saying your children are clinical online. Right. They paid the price. Should not be sidelined. When the
where I want to come, I don't want us to always generalize, saying that because somebody worked in government, you expect them they're not working for the love of the country. They're working for their own pocket. The truth is that there's something called compensation. You actually stick out everything you have, your family's reputation, because people are completely against these parties. You for PDP, you're fully PDP. You for LP, you're fully LP. And everybody was battering each other back and forth. You sticking out your neck was very, very dangerous for yourself, your family, your reputation, everything you have. And you stuck it all for this thing. So the least you can do is some kind of regard for that sacrifice. So nobody's saying, come and give me an appointment. They're saying, understand we sacrifice for you and recognize those of us who have competence within your team first before you go and start looking for outsiders who actually worked against
that's a normal thing to do.
It's like slapping you in the face for the work you did.
So you are saying that the people who stuck out their neck, stuck out their neck for something.
They stuck out their neck because they believed in him.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking Rayo.
They believed in what they were doing, so they stuck their head for it. Now that thing came at a cost. If I stick out my head and it doesn't come at a cost, I will stick it out because I believe in it. But it came at a high cost, and that cost, hopefully, some kind of a compensation would make it feel better.
So okay, if they didn't employ Bwala, and they didn't employ you too,
who is you?
The guy. The one.
But they picked somebody from the team that stuck, because he's not the only one that stuck out his neck. A lot of them.
They didn't compensate any of them.
So where did they now pick from? LP?
I'm just saying. So if they didn't pick your enemy, because obviously Bwala is his enemy.
Yeah.
If they didn't pick his enemy, would he have been okay? And they didn't pick him too.
Yes.
Would he have been okay?
Maybe he would have. So what I see is we need to...
Does he have the competence that Bwala has? Have you seen Bwala? Bwala, any side is on. He will face them. He will face... When he was on PDP, me, I used to watch it. They talk anyhow.
Let me go.
They abuse,
okay, we'll have a break.
They abuse everybody anyhow. When he now...
Okay, the question is that, who are we as Nigerians? Do we respect integrity? Do we even would you even believe anything from somebody who speaks like that? Who one day you are white, you are black, you are red, and we Nigerians we want to listen to that person? I don't know. Let's go to a short break. When we come back, we take this further. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. DVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and for my jammies. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one
At this point, I contest my jammies.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, G Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with.
Thanks for staying with us. So we understand that picking somebody from the opposition is not a new phenomenon. I mean, we're seeing it. Donald Trump picked Vance, which was a serious critic of Donald Trump in the early days of the campaign and even before the campaign started. And he picked him as his running mate. We've also seen our president pick, what's that name, Mr. Tijani, the IT guy, Tubosun Tijani. And he was an ardent critic of the APC. And there were tweets showing consistently how he insulted the party and even the president himself. Now, let me say something. So let me finish. The point I'm trying to make is that we have seen the president do this. Now, how does it make his party members feel? And how do Nigerians receive it? Does it make them believe that the president is focusing on competence? Or are they saying he's magnanimous? Or are they saying he's betraying his friends? How do Nigerians interpret these appointments that the president is having for his opposition?
So you have 3 different views.
Yes.
Sorry, you have 3 different views. You have this set of Nigerians like me who believe
it's just competence he's looking for.
Competence, or let me bring my enemies closer so that
my friends a bit far.
Or Nima, who says you should be compensated for the work. And Obiaju, I'm not sure where you stand.
I'm in between.
Okay, you're going to say something.
Yes. So I think we need to understand that being in opposition doesn't necessarily mean that I am not supporting you. if we follow the history of these particular campaigns and all of that, we'll see that Bwala has always supported the president till he got to the Muslim tickets, because they did not align. Their views did not align. There's evidence. Their views did not align in that, and that was why it seemed like he moved. And with my, little political background as a political scientist and the fact that I played politics in school, sometimes somebody believes in you so much, but then you take another route to what we are discussing, and then he says, I believe in you, I know you can do the work, but because of this thing that you are going to say, or this ideology you are pushing, I cannot support this. It doesn't mean I'm not supporting you, I'm just not supporting where you stand. And we can be in two opposing parties, and I'm criticizing you because of even the love that I have for you and the success I want the political party to have. It doesn't mean that I hate you. Now, we may have a lot of people around you who are supporting you and sticking out their neck, but then you go behind and you hear some of the things that they are saying. They may not even really believe in you, but because of course, what they stand to gain, you think they support you, but the leader knows best. Most of the time, the leader knows the person who can tell me the truth when I'm going astray, and choose to, okay, at the end of the day, now, Shebi, I've gotten the political position. Let me pick this girl because this particular one will tell me the truth. This one will not be yes sir, because he wants to please me. So it's also very disloyalty. No.
One second you're PDP,
yes sir is not really loyalty. When we look at it, it's more eye service. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It's more eye service. Now, a leader should look beyond that, right? So if a part of Nigerians are saying, because he did not pick his friends, another part is saying, he needs to know why he picked who he picked. And he owes nobody an apology, except, of course, he just wants to make... Except, of course, he just wants to make peace with his people to understand, or make them understand why he's picking the person he's picking. He needs to do that.
Let me take a yes. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Admiral. Good morning, right?
Morning.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
It's a pleasure. Please, quickly, I think this is a fight on the faces of most of us who believe on this government, who were part and parcel of the struggle. Because I'm a grassroots officer, I'm an APC cadre member. I don't really know if you guys fail to understand that during the time we are trying to bring in this government, APC government under Buhari was like, if you speak, people will fight you, I want to kill you. At the end of the day, we struggled in the midst of people. Sometimes you might be only one or two people discussing about why Tinubu should be president of this country. We have videos of this same guy who is now appointed of what he has said so far about Tinubu at that time. This is a fight on the faces of all APC members who struggle. Struggling is about believing of the vision of your leader. You struggle with him because you believe on what capacity and value he has is going to present. And at the end of the day, you that struggled, that fought for the government to come into power, you are being left behind. Somebody that was fighting you, whatever you say does not make sense to him, now is becoming an appointee. It definitely means that it's always good for you to talk against whoever is coming in so that you can be appointed. Is that what it is?
Thank you. You see, there are different levels. If you bring in somebody like Tony Elumelu, who didn't, yes, he might not, he's not a member of your party, but he's a technocrat through and through. He's a professional. And say, I am bringing him in to come and help my government. Nobody will shy again. Nobody would dispute that because, hey, they say, is there no other person that is competent like Tony Elumelu within us? Yes, there is, but he's Tony Elumelu. But you now bring somebody who vehemently criticized your government. Assertively. Documentally said because it was documented. So the point is that is the painful part of it. Bring in somebody else, but not somebody who spat on our faces during the campaign.
The strategy in Wike's case can stand.
Okay, why?
He's an opposition. He didn't believe in the party.
People were opposed to that also.
Yes, they were.
He believed in the president. He delivered. When the speaker in Lagos said that some people during campaign went silent, when election victory came, they show face, that the governor should return the list for his cabinet that he sent. people were criticizing him. You know they show now. Because what will be the reward of the people who stood out on the street? We know how politics in Nigeria, we don't vote by the way they voted in the Americas. Nobody is doing online there and clinic on voting. You come outside, you stand, you campaign, you shout, you spend your money, you do everything. You take the risk. So what's the reward? What the president did for Wike, it made sense. But Tijani did not abuse the president on any platform. Show me the tweet. He abused the country. His country, because he was traveling and his passport was disrespected, and he took to his social media page and talked about the country. But Bwala, he sat down. He said, give 30 years to the president, nothing will result. He had no belief, none whatsoever.
Wait, can I pause you here? Could it be that is the reason he's gotten this position as a spokesperson? So that mouth that he used to say 30 years, nothing will happen, he will change it.
Impossible.
Because the position is not even a big deal.
No, but you know, see.
You don't give an oil well to handle.
You don't give an oil well.
Which oil well?
You know how many people contract to come as I'm saying.
The spokesperson.
You see, it's possible that they brought him to come.
Yes, to swallow his words.
He can also be made to swallow that vomit by performance.
How do you mean?
That 30 years we input, it can be reduced to 3 years so that he will be forced to swallow that.
So there's a place I want to tell.
So why bring him? Why bring him to
let him start swallowing it with Ogbonosi very fast?
I know now.
No, but there's issues. There are two key issues here.
Some things cannot go.
There's issue of governance. There's issue of politics. We are in governance, and the president is picking who he chooses to govern. There will be a season of politics. Is it Bwala that wants to come and come?
Wait, that's him. You said now that he speaks very well.
Politics comes. Who is the president going to call? Since most of his king's men or his men are feeling that they've been abandoned, because politics is a whole different ball game. Is it like a year, 2 or 6 months to now start quickly appointing your people? Yeah, so you don't feel bad. I mean,
no, but his people have been appointed soon. He cannot. You see, he cannot appoint everybody.
My own problem is this appointment. Say they won't go chop for them.
They go chop.
I don't understand this appointment. Why do they need the appointment?
You always assume it's about chopping.
Yes, I must assume so because excuse me. I'm only going by that man's video. I don't know the man before. I've never heard of him. That was if not for that video, I would never even hear of him. So, but I knew Daniel Bwala. I know I've seen that one. That one don't show himself well. But this one, I don't know him. Maybe he's even more competent than Daniel, but from his video, I'm not sure. What I'm trying to say is that if you are canvassing, like before the campaign started, the person I supported, he never even made it into the primaries. If he had made it and I had come out to canvass for him, and he had won, would I now be saying, please come and give me position? Hey, look at me here, I'm smiling. What do I want the position? What competence do I have to be there? I do not believe that I should be in governance. All these people, is it? Do they even believe that they can do the right thing when they get there? Why do they want the position? If it's not because of their pockets. And that's my you see this stomach infrastructure that we practice in Nigeria. Is the problem. Is what is happening in Nigeria. It's the problem of Nigeria right now.
Because it is unfair to generalize. I mean, I'm not generalizing. I sent an article this morning by Fela Drotoye, which I even want us to dissect. Maybe not today. Because Fela was given an appointment and he worked for only 6 months unpaid. He gathered his team from within and outside Nigeria, and they came, they flew into Nigeria free of charge to serve their nation without one kobo to the government. So they are Nigerians, and he said, the article is called Heroes. They are Nigerians who are in government, who are not there to steal. They actually came to work.
Look, I'm not saying there are none that... Is it not the person that made a video?
I have to pause because
I said Jesus is his strength.
Wait, we have to leave to TVC News. I'm told that they have a live coming up in a few seconds, so we have to. Those of you watching us on TVC News, you can continue watching us online on YouTube and on GOTV and StarTimes. We have to log off right now.
Why do you have an issue with that Jesus Christ that he called?
That's your own problem, Jesus Christ. If you say Shango, if you say would you be objecting? That's your problem.
I will object, God. I will warn him, God, that don't even ever go there. Stay with your Jesus Christ. It was so Jesus. Why is he disturbing Jesus Christ?
No.
Why was he disturbing Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ is working for me. Which work is Jesus Christ doing for him?
Can we go back to the Bwala matter, please?
Now, Bwala.
Let's go back to Bwala.
Bwala was very vehemently against the president's ambition. He did not hide it. he should not be rewarded.
He was in a different political party now.
Wait now.
Yeah,
He
now.
came to crowd the media team now.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They have Bayo Ononuga on that media team. Adri stepped down. Sunday that is there. Several others.
That's what they do.
They now put him join to crowd it.
But that's what they do. So opposition will always.
By the time you finish with that,
See, like I said, in politics, there's no permanent friend and permanent enemy. You need to understand that. There's no permanent friend and permanent enemy. It's if our goals
politics
align, we work together. If our goals don't align, we work together. We will not work together. It does not mean that I hate you personally. If two of us are contesting now, wait now. YK is in a different political party. I am in a different political party. And we go head to toe. You think I will not look for things to bring her downfall? Or she will not look for things to bring my downfall? It doesn't mean that personally I hate her or personally I do not believe in her. It's just that we found ourselves in two opposing camps. Now, you want to bring me to your own camp so that I'll use the same mouth that I used to condemn you to tell the people that you can
that's
work.
Why
where is the problem?
I always respect Ayodele Fayoshi. He might support Tinubu, but he will never move to APC.
That's
a
his
man
person.
for life.
Yeah.
That's a man of integrity.
People like Ayo. Ayoshe supported the president for being a Yoruba man.
Yes, and it was very true. You know where Ayo Fayoshe stands. To tomorrow, wake him anybody. You know where he stands. So the problem I'm having is the integrity of the person.
You condemned a Muslim ticket, whipped up religious sentiment, and now choose to work with a Muslim. You even lobbied for this job. Personally, that's what I believe. Yes. I say it.
He claims that he did not.
He did.
He claims that he did not.
The time he post video of his visit to the Aso Rock, who helped him? What was he doing on the staircase?
Somebody sent a message. Somebody said the president. He's a member of APC. He said, Mariah, I cannot tell you that I am unhappy. No, I cannot say that I'm happy with APC reward system. It is shocking and unbelievable.
Reward system.
Unbecoming. Do not mention my name. Yes, because whether you like it or not, yes, you are working.
You are working.
Not necessarily because of your stomach, but you also want to be part of the system.
You know that politics
you expect that you're compensated.
A lot of times.
Sorry?
A lot of times, those people left their families, travel to Abuja, travel to... When they were doing the campaign across states, Borno, Maiduguri, people take flight. What are you telling me? People stuck their neck. They were on TV stations where media hostess and hosts were making rubbish of them. During that campaign, dragging them left, right, and center. Then Bwala shows a picture of him in Agbada, went to go and greet president. I was like, somebody on the lobby for
please check your comments on social media. Somebody said, what if Tinubu had planted Bwala in PDP as a spy?
It's possible. Politics, you cannot trust anything you see.
I seriously doubt that.
You think
I don't think it's that.
They planted him as a spy and Atiku was sleeping. Now don't reduce the what's it called?
The magnanimity of
They have reduced his title to somebody that he will be sleeping while they plant somebody on his team.
You may not know.
Anyway, let's take a few comments on social media.
Maybe I'm just look. Let's think for the president right now. Let's put our. He has brought somebody who has abused him very
yes.
So come and eat his word.
Yes.
Bwala is eating his words.
He doesn't chop him.
When he loses the job, when and if, or he is removed, or whatever, or the job ends, how many people are going to believe in him?
No, nobody.
Because
this will likely make a mess of him.
I mean, you have said unprintable things
about the president, and now you have an opportunity to work with him.
You are the one that's going to start saying, no.
He knows what he's doing.
They were asking him yesterday. He was saying, I'm not answering that question. I can't even remember the word he was using. I was saying,
never starts. You go answer question.
So let's go back to what they say. Politics is about interest.
Yeah.
Politics is local.
Yes.
And that's where I worry, because I understand the issue of competence you raise, which is clear, but it's about interest. The reason why I joined a political party, because I have interests. It's not about, yes, competence is part of it, but I have interest. I am in a political party because I have interest. It's also local. So when there is an opportunity,
I have an ambition.
Yes.
Forget the salary,
politics,
forget the monetary part. Imagine that I have an ambition to become the most relevant. Let's say the Attorney General of the Federation.
Yes.
I want to be Minister for Justice.
Yes.
That's my ambition. I worked my way from scratch to up.
Yes.
And when I saw the party that I thought I had more,
I will give me the vehicle together.
I worked hard. Yeah. I was on the road, bagay, vote.
Because you hope
I did the work.
Yes.
And then they now come and go and carry BC, give her legal, give her everything, and put it on top.
It's not your destiny, my sister.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the injustice.
That is the injustice.
That is it.
When he favors you, it is destiny.
Jesus Christ is your destiny.
Your destiny did not tell you to campaign.
Let's be
and leave your children a lot of nights without their mother.
Let's be serious.
Yes, so let me tell you something, right? We always assume that we know the future. We don't.
Listen,
we always assume that we know the outcome, but we don't. You see people putting in the work and doing certain things, and some things don't come to them. If it doesn't come to you at that time, it doesn't mean it will never come to you.
It means they cheat you.
No.
It means they cheat you.
It doesn't
get to name.
Now, it doesn't mean
they cheat you.
They cannot cheat you if it's your own. Whatever person go drink, no, they pass in hand.
Now my Jesus Christ will fight for you.
Now my name
if you don't get the position,
Jesus
Christ will fight for you.
You can put in all the work and it doesn't come at the time. It doesn't mean that they cheated you.
It means they cheated you. Let me see. You cannot go to a farm. Farm gather corn. Somebody else now comes and determines whether you should chop the corn or not. It is cheating. No getting it.
It's not
because it has favored somebody that you know is that destiny.
It is exactly. Do I know him? What you concern?
No.
It's destiny.
No. Can I just apologize to the Speaker of Lagos State? Because I was one of those who criticized him.
Let us be sure. I want to really reiterate what you say, and I want you to also understand where that perspective is coming from.
Okay.
You wake up today, I want to be an entrepreneur. That is your own ambition.
Yeah.
Somebody says, I want to be Minister of Justice. Somebody says, I want to be woman leader. Yeah. It's my entire dream.
Yes.
And because to become an entrepreneur, you don't need a political party.
No, you don't.
To become a lawyer, you don't need a political party.
No.
But if I want to become a woman leader, I want to become a minister of Justice. I now join a political party, hoping I can work my way up the ranks. And I'm working, going for campaign, doing all I need to do.
Yes.
And then I've taken all the courses to be competent.
Yes.
Now get to when I have an opportunity, now bring somebody who worked against my efforts to now become the Minister of Justice.
Whose destiny? It is not to work, but to chop.
No, that's not true.
Hold on now. You bring your first child. Whose destiny it is to work, chop, and not work.
You have worked and worked and worked. Does not mean that you don't have challenges. This is a part of your story. I worked and it got to this part. It did not get to me, and I continued. I did not give up. But after how many years, it got to me.
It will get to me.
If it doesn't get to me through this political party, it will get to me through another political party. You keep working.
Jesus Christ will fight for you.
Thank you.
That's all.
You will get it.
Let me respond to me.
So hold on. Let me finish. I'm not finished. So challenges would always come. We always assume we know how the trials and tribulations will play out. We don't. We don't. That's destiny. When people, high-ranking people who have made it in life, sit down and tell you their stories. Some of them were sacked from their offices. Some of them worked and put in everything they had, and they lost it, and they had to start from the scratch. Those are stories.
So thank God that BC said it like that.
But thank God that she said it because I sowed my seed here, I will reap it here. No. Your seed is waiting for you. I will reap it when it's time for me.
I'm not like you. I can't hear anybody.
Hold on, Mura. If I do not reap my seed where I planted it, I have been cheated.
No.
The fact that God raised seeds through the beds in another place that grew a tree that fed me does not mean I wasn't cheated.
No.
And does not mean I cannot write about cheating.
No response.
It does not mean that I cannot talk about my cheating here.
Now you think I'm cheating. That's victim mentality.
When God compensates, does not mean that what happened didn't happen. It has happened, and I can be pained, and you cannot downplay my pain. You cannot downplay my cheating in this place. If God in his mercies now decide, okay, because I see what these people played, I show up for you here, does not mean these people did not cheat me that I cannot talk
about. They play their role for you to show up better.
If you plant your seed there and God takes the wind and blows it to another place.
Thank you.
And it does not grow there.
That's God.
God's hand is in everything.
That's God. So there's not some human beings. Not some human beings. Not some human beings.
Let's come back to what we're discussing.
Yeah, because you said something and I wanted to address.
Yeah.
You said you fight for woman leader, you fight for this, you fight for that. Somebody was chief campaign officer.
Yeah.
We saw her. She was everywhere. They gave her position.
Yes.
What did she do? Her name was inside corruption.
That one is a good
allegation.
I said her name. I didn't say she was corrupt. I said her name
was inside corruption.
Came out inside corruption.
They come out.
And they come out. Now, not be reward. They reward her. She come for
their reward. Say they come out.
She found the hand. She not for their hand.
That's one person.
She may be wishing that she did not get that position at that time because she was not ready. It's possible. Yes.
Okay, so see, the point.
Look at all the angles here.
Point is taken. But you see, the point I was trying to
on a very
that's I want to compartmentalize this. There's a spiritual angle, there's a motivational angle, and there's the reality.
This is a spiritual angle.
So the spiritual angle we get.
Spiritual controls the physical.
We get that part. But the point the point I wanted us to really understand is the fact that there are many career politicians who worked in the 80s, 90s, they never got anything. That's why many of them were fighting for their children. It's still the same whole reward system. I don't get it, and I'm saying fighting for my children who never lived in Nigeria to get these things. This is part of this thing, like I feel like I deserve. So we don't want to continue in that line. What I'm saying that there are people who actually have genuine ambition, and they should be given the opportunity to serve their nation. It's when you don't give those kind of people that they wreck you, they wait for you, and then they now start grooming their children to come and take over positions, and before you know, the cycle continues. So what I'm saying is that we must also find a way to put everything in proper perspective, so that people understand.
When President Buhari failed to release his ministerial list early, we were asking him, President, waiting concourse delay 4 months. How many months? Oh, that was 6 months ago. Asking him, what are you waiting for? What he did, according to me, is that he dealt with the people who worked first before he made his appointments outside of them.
At the end of the day, did we achieve anything?
And another conspiracy I have about it is that he took his time to see who and who worked with him that he needed to
What
report.
did he not do for us as a country?
He not do something for you.
Do anything.
When you say, you tell him.
He don't do anything.
I mean, you say, you tell him.
I have to close on this.
He took his time. What I'm trying to say is that as a campaign, as a political party, at the point of campaign, you are seeing your best heads on the field, campaigning with you. You know your minister for justice, you know your minister for that. And on the field of campaign, you can see them already. You don't get into office again, Bwala becomes an option. When he was shouting on the other side that you can never be.
Okay, let me let you jump in.
Yes, so as a human being who is who has goals and ambitions for everything, it's important that we do not get too attached to the outcome, because we can never tell how the outcome will be. The thing is, do the work, do the best that you can do. Providence is seeing you, the world is seeing you, people are seeing you. When it gets to your time, if you don't get it in this position, you will get it in another position, as long as it is your destiny. If it is not your destiny, you go and rest. The president cannot,
if it's not your destiny,
everybody who supported him. The country's resources are not for us to be sharing to friends and family. It will go round. So if it doesn't get to you, chill and focus on working for the country.
Let me wrap up with this comment from somebody who is very close to me. I will not mention the person's name. It says, it is understandable that many of us feel disillusioned and skeptical, especially after witnessing years of governance marred by corruption and inefficiency. The recent appointments, particularly of individuals who have publicly criticized President Tinubu in the past, raise questions about their motives and credibility. It's challenging to trust that someone who once worked for the opposition and made harsh statements can now genuinely advocate for the administration's agenda without personal interest at heart. Public trust is a fragile thing, and consistency in values and loyalty is crucial. When someone who previously cursed or disparaged the president now stands as a spokesperson, many of us feel a sense of betrayal and wonder if their support is merely self-serving. This skepticism is not unfounded, and it's important for these appointees to earn back public confidence through their actions and genuine dedication. So this is, and as I said, there are lots of genuine people out there who actually went to serve. Many of them have the capacity, and they were hoping to be part of the team to move this nation forward. So it's quite unthinkable when you feel your president, who's supposed to be a progressive, is now bringing those who call themselves from different parties, bringing them to the government to come and serve. And they're wondering, so what are we doing here? So, and say,
is that picture, this
let me finish, please. Even we have experienced it. And we experienced it because we had different stations that will bash Mr. President. We have supported, not only supported, but we have tried to create a very good balance on this show. We hear from the PDP, we hear from the LP, we hear from the AP. We create a balance on this show. I tell people this is one of the most balanced shows on Nigerian television. But the other station that will bash, that's where all the politicians carry themselves. They love them because that's where they go to.
Especially love.
TVC Communications.
That's where they all gather themselves. So now these people will now draw those stations closer, because they are the ones that the enemies, draw them closer. Keep your friends close, but your enemies even closer. That's what we are seeing here. That's what we can take on this show.
Start bashing them the morning.
See you tomorrow. We'll start bashing them.
Are we closed?
We'll see you. I'm going on a break. Commercial break. At least, did I say? Is this your body? They will go.
View will be right back.
Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits?
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so before we go into our next, bringing our guests, it's important we take a few comments on our previous topic, because quite a few.
Yeah, so I have one here, Dame Ebika. I said I disagree with that balanced statement about parties, Morayo. I don't remember seeing PDP or LP candidates or supporters interviewed here during the election. Excuse me? Were you watching the show?
Don't worry, don't use it with your friend.
I just like to see people only where their brain is. They don't go back and watch our station.
Different political parties.
They brought different political parties.
I have their names.
But because they always assume based on what they're thinking.
I like this one. Yetunde Shonaike says politicians don't take opposition seriously. They understand each other. It is the ordinary Nigerians that fight and kill themselves over politics. They are only playing politics.
True. That's politics.
You know, going back to that, sorry, I wanted to go back to that, because abroad we see where CNN stands, Fox News, we know where they stand, CNBC, we know all these various stations, but in Nigeria, our democracy is not ripe for us to vehemently come out there and be courageously come out and say, oh, this person. So we've tried to have a balanced situation across board, except some daring stations who dare not, they choose their own way.
They don't write this one. Time Media says, if APC would like to reward people who met face-to-face with death because of Ashiwaju, BC Morayo should be on top. I remember on live program in 2020, talking about how they
play. Okay, this place was burned.
So let me take engineer Tijani. It says the farthest place on earth is the human stomach. The president have his reasons for appointment of Daniel Bwala in his team, and no one can tell except the president. His appointment also revealed that Mr. President does not hold grudges against his critics, and that is a good quality, although those who worked so hard during the electioneering campaign may not be happy about it or to appreciate the magnanimity of the gesture of the president. Those who supported Mr. President at inception fell out with him, and that doesn't mean they are his enemies for life. So,
Fiona says,
Emmanuel says, you people don't know the president. He is dismantling PDP and LP for the future of APC.
Magan, he knows what he's doing.
The credibilities of these people who vehemently criticize him before done damage.
So for the person who sent a Twitter that we did not, Badebo, Rose Viber was
here.
LP, Jandor of PDP was on this show. So, but people like
and the people we invited who came,
yes,
got the platform.
Others who invited said they don't want to come. Remember, our producer chased certain people several times. They refused to come because there's a perception, and it's unfortunate because we just like to only think through what's on our head and not what is the reality.
Tina TP says, well, do you know how long Bwala was in the APC? Do you know how much work he did for the party? Because should he be judged solely based on the last elections? I think so.
Even Bosu Tijani was on this show, but he did not tweet that he was on this show. He said it, that he was on another show.
Imagine.
You understand? They don't
give us the accolades we deserve.
We don't mind. We don't mind.
We don't care.
But we are inviting General Bwala. Please come.
No, he's been on our show. He was.
I asked him that time because the week before he was appointed, he went to go and meet the president. The week before, I saw him on TV. They did tell me. I saw him.
I was shocked though. I was shocked. Actually, it was strategy.
When I now saw him,
he was already lobbying at that time.
He abused the president that day now. You know, talking, say Atiku was the best person for the job. The next week, it was in Aso Rock.
You remember that staircase picture, Abi?
See this man.
See that staircase picture.
So, when I come see him, so he come the show, I go ask him, I say, Oga, what happened? He said, I know you will ask me that question. I was just looking at him.
You don't lobby that.
This man not getting it.
Olufemi Asade says, Mr. President put into practice 48 laws of power law to never put too much trust in your friends. Learn how to use your enemies. Enemies can also be more loyal if they become.
So we have to wrap up.
They have more.
Whenever I talk about this issue of loyalty, I always remember how Nigerians follow, or all the various teams. Manchester United, Chelsea, they pass it from generation to generation. No matter how Chelsea is playing well, if you are born an Arsenal fan, you're an Arsenal fan, and you stick to it. If you're a Democrat, you're a Democrat for life. If you're a Republican, they pass the ideologies back to all their children. So it's really heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking where we can actually think it is okay for you to say, I'm here today. And tomorrow, because you have totally disrespected the Nigerian people. You are the one that is shuffling. You are disrespecting me because you think I will trust you. You really think I will look at you as with a person of integrity to speak to me? Yesterday you were A, tomorrow you are B, next week you are C, and you think you talk to me or listen to you? Absolutely not. Who do you think I am?
So
I'm like you? I'm not like you.
The hunger in the land is what is making people to move from place to place.
You remember that?
The Oyibo people that you mentioned, where you say, when you're Chelsea for life, you're Arsenal for life, they have the basics. They have the basics.
See, even when they are losing, you will see them, they will still stick out their neck.
Yes.
But even when they are losing,
they have the basics.
But in Nigeria, I know somebody who
be sticking out your neck here with hunger.
Team, and that team was losing. In fact, the team got knocked out of the first league, so he jumped to another team. Now, I'm wondering if it's good because that team now is now losing. So
he will jump back.
To jump to another team.
He go jump back.
But you see, that is the African way.
Yeah.
I mean, you say those two parties, PDP and APC.
They are the same.
Well, I've never seen shuffling like I see inside that.
Like cats. They are playing what?
I've never seen it.
That is all we can take on today's topic on this matter. Up next is our guest from Global Entrepreneurship happening in Akure. We should go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jammies. Also,
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jammies.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, G for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musiki.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah, but do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to some sports?
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's get talk now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment.
Thanks for staying with us. So the world is coming to Nigeria between November 22nd and 24th. Joining us now to talk about it is the Partners Relationship Manager, Global Entrepreneurship Festival, Tuesday. She will be speaking on this event, which is supposed to captivate thousands of Nigerians across the country, and you're bringing in speakers from all over the world. Welcome to the show, Tuzi. Good to have you.
What's happening?
So here, bringing the world to Nigeria.
Yes,
tell us what's going on.
Okay, so the Global Entrepreneurship. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
You're all beautiful ladies, I must say. So the Global Entrepreneurship Festival is a celebration in line with the Global Entrepreneurship Week, marked across the world by different countries. This year, we're bringing the world to Nigeria, just as Mo has said, in the city of Akure, where the prestigious entrepreneurship village is located. I've had a lot of questions. Why not Lagos? Why not Abuja? Why Akure? Why Akure? Because the entrepreneurship village, aka African Silicon Valley, is in Akure.
African so Silicon Valley.
Yes.
Tell us about that a bit. What is the village about?
So the entrepreneurship village is an ecosystem being built for entrepreneurs to have an innovative environment where they can think, develop, and grow. Statistics show that we have about 10.3% of entrepreneurs who have access to resources and trainings for the work that they do. And rather than complain, as the bandwagon will do, we decided to create a solution. So at the village, we have the Innovation Nest, we have a center for robotics, we have a center for creation, we have residential buildings. So it's more like, I'm packing my bag, I'm going to the village, I'll see you in 1 month, let me go and create. Instead of staying in your house where NEPA will take lights, meter will finish, you're making your video and then you hear car horn or the cock is crowing and all of that. So that's actually like what very quiet, very serene, the air is clear. As well.
Amazing. So I'm particularly excited because House of Beast is going to be exhibiting.
Are you going to be selling out?
Yes, I'm selling out. I know. Yeah. So I'm getting ready, packing my products already to be traveling very soon. So I want to understand how you decided to pick the speakers and what sort of knowledge are we going to be getting from the range of speakers you've selected to come talk to the entrepreneurs and other people that are coming in.
Okay, so basically there are different aspects of entrepreneurship. We have those in fashion, we have those in art, we have those in entertainment, those in business development, we have those in construction. So from all aspects of a 360 entrepreneur, we selected speakers who are doing very well. I mean, there's someone like Jeff Hoffman, who is the chairman of the Global Entrepreneurship Network. We have the CEO of Reebok speaking to us. We have, people, both Africans as well. We have people from different continents. So that which is peculiar to you, we have breakout rooms, about 8 breakout rooms. Breakout room for fashion, breakout room for sports, breakout room for business, breakout room for construction, breakout room for real estate. So it's not limited. And that there are so many people all across the world that are doing well. So we went and selected the best of the best. When we say best of the best, we don't also mean in prominence. In results, people that you can sit, listen to and learn from. And we're bringing them. A couple of them are even on their way already. Like a lot of them have landed. Some are currently being picked up from the airport. So bringing them here so that you can have access to them, because we also found out that another challenge that entrepreneurs face here in Nigeria especially is internationalization. Access to the people who are doing better. If you say you want to compete in the global market, do you even understand what the global market is? Do you even know the people who are in this global market? Do you even get to see them? So beyond your connections on LinkedIn, always trying to, hi Mo, my name is Susie, this is what I do. Can I talk to you? You're going to be meeting with them. And the beautiful thing about this is, it's 3 days. 3 days. Nobody's running away. That's also why Akure is good. Because Lagos, I want to quickly, House of BC will tell you, let me quickly go for this show. I'll be back. I'm going nowhere. We'll all be here together.
The event is over.
So I'm surprised at this. I didn't know there was an entrepreneurship village somewhere in Akure. Who would have thought Akure just as you said?
Has it been launched though? I don't think it has been launched. The village hasn't been launched.
Officially, but he has been.
Okay, so
we've done a couple of applications.
Is this a partnership between government and your team, or is it fully private sector?
It's private sector, being springboard by the African Young Entrepreneurs Network in collaboration with, definitely you have to get approval from the government of the state as well as other agencies, permanent agencies.
So I'm asking because this is opening up Akure. It's something that the governor, knowing, because I have been to Akure, I enjoyed my stay, it's quite remote. Is this something that the governor is, looking at opening up Akure with? Under the former governor in Kaduna, they had the economic summit that he used to have. We have the Igbeti in Lagos. But Lagos is already open. But, there's something you must do as a governor to bring people to your state.
So in other words, are you partnership with the government?
Are they jumping on this in any way?
We'll leave that for the government to answer after the fact. Let's see what the conversation will be like after
the governor actually is also...
Yeah, they're in support. Yeah, he's going to also be there. He's our host governor.
Sorry, I was going to ask, why did you choose Akure? Is it because the governor gave you the green light, or you chose it for another reason?
Well, that question cannot be answered by myself as well, but it's not because of that. Also, we looked for a place that had a good scenery, a place that is accessible. Akure is a city that has...
When is it?
When is it? On the 22nd, on Friday.
Friday, Saturday.
Sunday.
Okay, that's the show my brother is going for.
I just saw his picture here. He's going to be performing. Are you coming?
Well, you should come.
You should come. Let's hang out.
Engagements. I'm so sad.
So let's talk about what people's expectations should be that Friday? What are the various things happening? Would there be parties? Just talking and talking all through?
Definitely. So it's a 360 event. Friday, we start off with the opening conference, gathering of the bodies, gathering of the important persons around, discussing what we're generally here for. And then the evening, we have the opening parade / opening ceremony. So we're coming out in our cultural attire. I mean, we're in an indigenous state. Let's enjoy the beauty, the diversity, the culture. I mean, I'm sorry about that. But we could see if you could come for one day out of the 3 days anyway. Maybe the day your brother is going to perform.
Can still come.
Close the show with us.
In fact, I'm about to call Jesus.
So there's going to be that on the day one. Then day 2, we go further into conferences. We're having the Global Leadership Forum. We're having the business pitch and hackathon sessions go above. We're having the breakout rooms as well. We're also having the, Global Recognition Awards dinner, where somebody here is going to get an award. So you have to be there to clap for her.
Really?
As well.
I didn't even know that.
Am I not supposed to be in my store selling markets?
Bring some of your staff. Let them.
All the way to Akure.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a 4-hour trip. So Saturday as well, we have we're continuing. We have an international women's conference on Saturday as well. We have breakout rooms, and then we have the closing concert where your brother is going to be performing. The legendary Femi Kuti is headlining the concert, as well as other big guests. We have DJs from London. He's the headline DJ. We have Tenny Apata, Tenny the Entertainer. We have Just Too Funny, and lack of them. So as much as we learn, we interact, we see news.
Let me go on a very short break, and I'll come to you, Nima. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still with our guest. Nima had a question,
Yes, I wanted to know if registration, how did you get your participants in this event, and if it was closed for registration?
Yes, so we opened up registrations about months ago. It was closed 3 weeks ago because we had sold out on the tickets that were available. But now we Africans, I forgot. Everybody now said they forgot. They were planning to, we were working on, so the festival director and project lead took it up with the event board, and they opened up a few slots, and I heard that it's going to be closing today. That's why we had to ensure that we're on the show today, just so we don't rob your listeners of the fact that they can, get access to the event. Also, they asked me to inform you more that your listeners could get 10. We have 10 free tickets for people from your show.
Oh, nice. So, if you are in Akure especially and you'd like to go, let me know. Send me a DM so I can come, because I'll be there on Thursday by God's grace.
Yeah.
So I'll bring the tickets along with me, so that whoever needs it can always take it. Oh, thank you. So 10 free tickets to the Global Entrepreneurship Festival happening in Accra.
Biggest entrepreneurship event in the world.
So, I mean, I was going to ask a question. The big names, the MD of Reebok is coming, give us any other big names that we recognize that some people can be excited.
Our very own Flourish Alakija is going over there. We have Kuleshoriyo. We have sorry, the names are juggle of my head. We have, FFK is going to be there. We have Dr. Nii additional. How dare I? Vusi Temakoyo is also going to be there.
It's like one of the most expensive speakers to get.
And it's coming just for us. I don't know if you saw the video.
When I saw Vusi, I said, hey, how? I must not miss that session.
Can't miss it. It even has like another syndicate session as well for, a set of people, and you should be there. It's something that, if you don't attend, sorry, I want to say something. If you don't attend, you will feel bad.
Yes, you will.
But everybody that you know is going to be there. Sorry about that.
So where do we get tickets?
Tickets, if you're interested, www.globalentrepreneurshipfestival.com before midnight, because I hear it closes at midnight, and there's really nothing we can do. Like, the event is next tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Okay, next tomorrow. So you need to give us time to also plan to receive you and prepare for you.
We're wishing you all the best. Hope that all things goes properly. Do you have any comments from our previous topic? I know lots of Nigerians are sending us messages on our previous topic. So let us get a few comments so that we wrap up. Sorry?
Instead of us this morning. That's what I posting.
Anything? Okay. Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll wrap up on the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
Thanks for staying with us. So today we'll be talking about Bwala. We're discussing all the various angles. And it was important for us to take a few comments because I know that we had to take our interview guests. But are there comments on social media we should take?
I have comments for the guest that just left.
Okay.
People are talking about one of the most important speakers that she's bringing, Vusi. Somebody saying, why am I not in Akure? Vusi's coming. Andrew says, if I'm in that conference, I'll purposely wear shirt and jeans, but show the software engineering application we can produce. Just Reason said there's something called constructive criticism. It has helped many countries to prosper, especially when you're ready to take advantage into new horizon.
So Bimbe says, good morning, ladies. Have you ever heard that in politics there's no permanent enemy or friend? Dame Ebika says, so the anger here is because the president appointed a critic. Have you forgotten about draw your enemies closer? For him to do that, he has a plan, and only him knows what he's doing.
Okay, YK.
Media says if APC would like to reward people who met face-to-face with death because of Ashewaju, BC and Morayo should be on top. I remember on live program on 2010-2020, the two were tortured by
Morayo. Yes.
For the escape.
We have to wrap up on this, but I think everybody has a valid perspective. YK's perspective is important because we've all been advocating for competence over familiarity or over party politics or friendship. It's about competence, and that makes a whole lot of sense. But can't competency be found within your close circle. That's the issue. Can't competency, ability to articulate and be eloquent be found within your close circle? Must it be not just the opposition, but the one that was critically condemning you? That is a slap in the face to anybody. And if you want to be fair, that's the perspective many people have.
There's also what they call collaboration. You don't have to work alone. And when this president came into power, he said he was willing to work with even the opposition party because he sees the value that they bring to the table. He has given political appointment to his people. Like I said earlier, he will not be able to give to everybody. But if he sees that, okay, in the capacity of a spokesperson, you spoke vehemently against me, and I need that energy for you to speak positively for me, I would decide to employ you. Doesn't mean that he doesn't see the other people who are waiting to get something. Their time will come.
Because Bianca got the position. But I don't think many people objected for Bianca. You know, Bianca, the Abga.
Her standing.
So, I mean, so people understand your need to involve and bring everybody together. But there are certain people that should be off that list. And I think Daniel Bwala is one of those.
I would just say, I think that Nigerian politicians should learn to stay in one place. Stop shuffling. Stop going.
They're not beads.
You know?
They're not always beads.
You are not grasshoppers going, jumping. Like, I can't even understand why they jump, and I must say this one.
No ideology.
That's why River State Governor was very upset. You know? He went to sleep one day. When he woke up the next day, 27 of them had defected to it. Man, me, vex. If not me, I go vex. They are just not... I mean, stick to one party and let's know where you stand.
Can we also trust the judgment of the president? He knows what he's doing. He's a, what do they call him? He's not Maradona, they call him. He's a political... Okay, there's something they call him.
Master strategist.
He's a master. He knows what he's doing. So he has done his calculations and permutations.
That in 2027, this thing that he's doing will be fruitful.
No, he knows how to settle his people.
Okay. The politics, and I said there's governance and there's politics.
Trust me.
There are two different situations. When in governance, when politics starts, we now know that if these genius of our president will begin to see what trick he has.
Because, you know, you were saying a lot of them...
No, you're not talking.
In the nights, when they're all sleeping, they're all calling themselves, greeting, they will fight in public. That's what lawyers they do. If two lawyers they go to court and they are fighting you, one is fighting for your case. The two lawyers
they have drinks after.
We are professional.
They will be drinking.
We are professionals. We cannot be
accused.
You know this is why YK just said.
In jail.
I'm doing a divorce.
The lawyers are.
And so we were meeting with the lawyers on the other side. And the person was like, "You were even laughing." We're laughing. The person said a joke, I should cry. We have ethics that ensure that we are professional with each other. And it means that we can shake hands at the end of an argument.
We have to wrap up. But in a nutshell.
Where is the nutshell?
Then in a nutshell, is Daniel Bwala's appointment is still sending tremors and waves down the social media and views of people. People are really worried about it. Not just because they don't believe the president knows what he's doing. It's more about how that appointment is making others to feel and being seen as a slap on the face of those who believe they're equally competent, even more competent than his. Yes, YK. Don't ask me a question that I cannot answer on national television.
How do you think Daniel Bwala is feeling?
He's feeling on top of the world. Yes. You see, I feel bad for him because after that position, YK, nobody's going to trust that man. Nobody wants to.
In Nigeria. How are you counting on Nigeria?
That's too ambitious.
We don't have a direction now.
Right.
Tomorrow we wake up and
Bwala can become president.
This is the only Nigeria. He can become president. Generalization table that she's putting.
No, but she's right.
You are alone on this table.
Nigerians don't
you are alone.
That is all we can take on today's show. Wishing Mr. Daniel Bwala. Now it's the policy communication. It's special advice. So maybe it's not more speaking.
I want to see how he's going to.
Because they will be asking him questions. Bye for now.